Defensive player Janoris Jenkins is upset because a fan is tweeting at him, insulting his play. And Janoris Jenkins claps back at him and calls the guy a, quote, retard, end quote. There is no doubt that that's an inappropriate word to use, particularly in this day and age, especially in light of the fact that you do have some folks suffering from some mental disabilities, and it comes across as highly insensitive. And so Janoris Jenkins ultimately acknowledged his inappropriate comment to the fan on Twitter, apologized. Nevertheless, New York Giants head coach Pat Shurmur says Jenkins' refusal to admit wrongdoing led to his dismissal. Will you stop? Could you stop it, please? Ladies and gentlemen, I don't cover the Giants. I'm not there every day. I'm not a beat writer anymore like I used to be. Props to all the beat writers out there because that's hard work, and they're not nearly as appreciated as much as they should be. And we get all of that. I'm only saying all of that to say that I don't know what happened. I don't cover the Giants. I have not spoken to Janoris Jenkins, who's been on First Take on several occasions. I have not spoken to him. I don't know Pat Shurmur. I can just tell you what I think in this particular situation. Not what I've heard, because I've heard nothing. I think the Giants are lying. Or shall I say Pat Shurmur is lying. That doesn't mean he's a liar. I'm not trying to character assassinate him. The only thing that I want to assassinate about Pat Shurmur is his employment as head coach of the New York Giants. That's it. That should be assassinated. Absolutely. Blown to blitters. Blown to smithereens, rather. He should be gone as the head coach. He's worse than Gase. I see no leadership. Clearly, the season is over. Yet again, I don't give a damn about how good he must have been or whatever. 3-13 last season, now 2-11. He should have never had the job to begin with. And damn it, Gettleman should go with him for picking him as the head coach of the franchise. And in the New York Giants, if you're Mr. Murray, you're Mr. Tisch, there's a person you should have had as your general manager to begin with. While I'm being honest, it's no benefit to us. It would be a tremendous loss to us because he does such a phenomenal job on TV for us. But Louis Riddick, who was in line and was being considered for the GM post for the New York Giants, should have been Mara's choice, should have been Tisch's choice, should have been the Giants' choice. Period. There was no reason whatsoever for Pat Shurmur, Mr. 10-23, in his previous head coaching stint, to be head coaching a New York Giants franchise. Period. Now, we applaud Gettleman's drafting of Saquon Barkley. We applaud Pat Shurmur's benching of Eli Manning for Daniel Jones. Although he's a turnover waiting to happen, he's shown a lot of promise and a lot of upside. I like Daniel Jones. And I never thought I'd say that, but I do. But this Gettleman-Shurmur experiment, let it go. Gettleman's been around the National Football League for a long time. I'm not sitting there and saying that Gettleman should be fired. I'm just saying if he was fired, I wouldn't miss him. Pat Shurmur should be fired. He's not the right man for the job. I look at him and I see coordinator written all over him. I don't see a galvanizer or a leader of men. I just don't. There is no way, and again, I wasn't there, I don't know, but there is no way that you can convince me that Janoris Jenkins would have a hard time acknowledging wrongdoing about using the word retard. I don't believe it. There's absolutely nothing wrong with him sitting there saying, I messed up. I should not have used that word. the fan got the best of me. I shouldn't have used that word. Don't tell me that Janoris Jenkins would have a problem saying that. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I don't know because I don't really know him. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I think what really, really happened is that Janoris Jenkins did apologize, did acknowledge, yes, it was a poor choice of words. Because after that, there shouldn't have been a conversation. But I think what happens is that Pat Shurmur was looking into the eyes of a young man that has no faith in Pat Shurmur. Janoris Jenkins was probably saying, look, man, all right, I shouldn't have used that word. But you, of all people, don't need to be lecturing me. Who the hell are you? Because Lord knows what Pat Shurmur is doing to this team, this franchise. And speaking of that, let me tell you something, New York Giants. You're no longer a gold standard. Somebody needs to start. I mean, John, when the hell are you going to do it? Michael, Cap, call everybody out. The Michael K. Show. Me. Man, Chris Canty and the boys. Alan Hahn, everybody in New York City. Let me ask you a question. When the hell is somebody going to sit up there and remind? I'm not saying you did it, but just in case you did it, follow my lead today. When the hell are we going to sit up there and tell the Giants, you ain't the gold standard no more? You ain't no damn gold standard. Hell, you ain't even bronze. Because that's close to the color of gold. You ain't even in the same vicinity. Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.